Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Healthy Living with Marilyn, our Thursday edition. I'm so excited to be here. It's just a great evening tonight, and I hope that everybody's having a great evening. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Marilyn Scott. I have a business called Healthy Living with Marilyn. I pulled myself out of a sabbatical to start all over again, and decided after talking to Monica Ball that we'd do a TV show. So Healthy Living with Marilyn came about, and I met Ed Pettersen here, and he did all my branding and my website and my business cards. He did everything for me and just kept me motivated, and I want to thank Monica and Ed for keeping me motivated to get this show out to everybody in the public. I've been a naturopathic doctor for almost 40 years. I'm a grandma by day and a femtrepreneur by night, and I've been doing this for quite some time. I don't have an office right now, but I do see people, so if anybody wants to come see me for anything or talk to me on the phone, there's ways to get in touch with me. I love what I'm doing. I absolutely love what I'm doing. And I wanted to introduce my co-host, Josi Hopkins, who's been with me since the beginning. Hi, Josi, how are you tonight?
Good evening, Marilyn. So good to be with you again this evening.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other too much recently.
2 weeks.
It's been a long time. It's
too long.
We've both been dealing with some viruses and stuff in our schedule, so it's been kind of difficult. But thank goodness for emails and texting and phone calls. It's really been helpful. And it's just really been good to be able to work with Josi on this. And I do want to thank my other people. I want to thank Shaunice, Grier, for helping me with administrative issues that we have and helping me get things situated. I want to thank Michael A. Hall for doing the video, and my husband Xenophon Scott for doing the audio. So the one thing that I would really like to talk about tonight, Yamaja always says you have to have a theme. And so we decided that we were going to talk about, Josi and I decided we were going to talk about happiness and joy, and how you find happiness and joy. So, how do you find happiness and joy?
Starting my day with a place of gratitude. I know that there are always going to be challenges, but challenges come to make us stronger. So you've got to have it within you to want to be joyful and to want to be happy. So I start that place in me, being grateful, having that gratitude. And then throughout my day, I look at challenges as opportunities for me to accept my blessings and find my blessings. Because no matter what the challenge is, if I can just withstand it and press through it, there's going to be an amazing blessing on the other side. So I kind of get excited when there are challenges and look at them as, something's good about to happen, and I just got to stay the course. So that's my happy place.
Yeah, I have found there are good ways to find happiness. Being with others, that I love to be with people that are positive and they make me smile. I have this one friend, she is she's my business partner, and she and I laugh all the time. She is the one person that we will laugh for 10 minutes. Just laugh and laugh and find something to laugh about. And she is the only person that I really, really, really laugh with. And it is so fun to be around her. Her name is Judy. And Judy Richards, I hope you're here watching us tonight. She and I are working on a project. We're working on a retreat.
That's a happy time.
That is a happy time. And we're going to help make people happy, help women find happiness in the world, and let them realize how amazing they can be. because we are all amazing, every single one of us, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, how old you are, how young you are. There's nothing like amazement. There's nothing like working on something that is going to make you happy, and when you step out of your zone, it is really exciting to be in an uncomfortable position so you can succeed.
Yeah, you have to have that stretch. You know, you can't stay in a comfortable place and expect yourself to grow. So growth comes through stretching and stepping out of your comfort zone.
When Yamaja came over to my house one night and I told her, this was when we were still working on the TV show. It was just in its infancy. And I said to Yamaja, I said, Yamaja, I'm just stepping out of my box. She looked me straight in the eye and she says, Marilyn, there is no box. And that's when I started to fly, realizing there is no box. And it really made me happy and it made me joyful because I could tell that story and I could look at other ways that are going to make me joyful and just be happy that, number one, I'm getting up on this side of the sod.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a morning person. I don't even pretend to be a morning person. That's the hardest part of my day. So once I get up, it's like, just sock it to me, because I'll be able to handle anything that I can do during the day. Any challenges, any bumps in the road, anything I'll be able to handle.
Great attitude.
Yep.
See, I love the morning. I don't like to leave the house, but I get up early. I like to go sit out on my deck with my cup of tea and my journal because I like the sound of the birds and I like nature. So, you know, outside of being at the beach or being at the park, I just create my own little retreat and then I go back to bed.
See, once I get up, I stay up. So, but my biological clock really doesn't start rocking and rolling until 10 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I really start moving. That's when all the gears start going, which is important for me. And my grandboys get dropped off about 9 o'clock, so I'm just sort of winging it for that first hour. But the good thing about it is I feel good, I have my health, I have my energy, I have my friends, and I have joy. And I'm really grateful for being able to feel good during the day and have my friends and know that I can depend on them or talk to them on the phone and know that I have some leeway where I can do some things for myself during the day. I try to compartmentalize part of my day so I can get the boys active or get them quiet or whatever and figure out ways to better myself and be more happy.
It's important to have that quiet time. I mean, even with the phone, my phone is programmed for do not disturb from 10 p.m. until 10 a.m.
Yeah, don't call her between 10 and 10.
I don't take any calls.
You will not get her.
I don't take any calls because I have to have that downtime, and then my morning time has to be for me to refuel and just to come to that place of being at peace and being ready. Because as you said, once the day gets started, it's going all day long. And so how you start your day in a place of joy and happiness is how your day is going to be, Marilyn.
That's right. And it's all in the attitude. If you wake up on the wrong side of the bed,
go to the other side.
Go to the other side of the bed. Really, that's the way to do it. Just go to the other side. If you're not feeling well, find some way to get you to a better place. You know, Josie was sick this past week. I was in the car getting ready to go see her. She called me up. She says, Marilyn, I am so sick. It's like, okay, we'll do this another time. We'll just wait because she needed to rest and she needed to do for her, and I totally understood that, which gave me more time to do the things that I wanted to do. And it was so good because I hadn't left the house yet. I was getting ready but hadn't left, so that was good.
Honor your body.
Honor your body. I mean, I did that the week before. I had come down with a virus and I was pretty sick for a while and I had to take 3 days to myself. You know, it's like sometimes you have to do that. And even though I was feeling not well at all, I managed to find happiness and joy in what I was doing, even if it was just resting for me. You know, my mom's 88 years old, and she said one day, it really is. It really is. She said to me one day, she says, I haven't done anything. I was like, what do you mean you haven't done anything? All I did was sleep. Well, Mom, you did something good for yourself because you rejuvenated your body. And it's really important to rejuvenate your body because if you don't rejuvenate your body and take some time for you, because there's nobody that's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, Ed,
that's right.
Let me take care of you. You know, I'm not here, Ed, to tap you on the shoulder and say, let me take care of you, right?
That's right.
You got to learn to take care of yourself. You've got to be proactive in your own health. If you have a virus or, you know, upper respiratory or something, find natural ways that you can take care of yourself, like apple cider vinegar.
And staying hydrated.
And staying hydrated with water. Now, a lot of times when I need super hydration, if I've been outside, I drink coconut water because I find that it hydrates me faster. And I like the taste of it. Now, some people don't like coconut water. Personally, I like it.
I love it.
You love it? Other than your coffee, huh?
I lived in India for 3 years, and I drank fresh coconut water every day.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Nice.
Yep. I remember when I was in Costa Rica about 12 years ago and I was working at a clinic, the one thing we used for IV fluid was coconut water. And we piped it right.
Wow.
When you live in the jungle, you do what you have to do. You definitely do what you have to do. And I'll tell you, when I got home, I was so happy to get a warm shower because I lived in cold showers for 2 months, you know. You really appreciate. That's another thing to find happiness. Appreciate what you have. Because
the small
things. The small things. Because when you don't have it, you don't have it.
Amen.
And you have to appreciate what you have. That's what gives me so much joy. I appreciate everything I have. I appreciate my wonderful husband who is so supportive in everything I do. He did not have children in his first marriage, and when he married me, he got 3 children, a son-in-law and a couple dogs, and now
some grands.
Well, we've been married 10 years, so he didn't get the grands till just recently. Yeah, but he's great with the grands. He's great with the boys, and they love to be around him, and it makes me happy, and I feel so grateful that he's there to help me out, to be there when I need him. To do little things like help me get the kids out of the car. I mean, I feel so grateful for things like that. And I know people might not feel grateful about that, but...
Oh, it makes a difference. I mean, today I had to pick up the phone, and when we were talking, I had to pick up the phone to call my husband to meet me with the grandkids because we needed to divide up our space and time to be with all the kids for school programs, soccer, and I needed to be here, so I couldn't be Gma tonight.
That's right.
You know, I had to be Josi.
And I appreciate you being here, Josi. I appreciate your friendship, your dedication, just being there, just totally being there for me.
Thank you. I love being with you, Marilyn.
I love being with you too. Really, we are good friends. We love each other. She's like a sister from another mother.
I second that.
And that gives me joy too. That gives me so much joy to know that I have friends that I can call on the phone or text and they'll get back with me. I have friends that like Ed who I can bounce ideas off of. And sometimes he'll say to me, no, Marilyn, you don't want to do that. And he's just very honest about it, and I appreciate that. And I'm very grateful for having him here to help motivate me and keep me motivated and just keep me on track. You know, we all need people that can keep us on track because sometimes we waver off the road and we got to be pulled back in. And it's really important to make sure that you have somebody, if you know you're finding that you're wavering off the road, to have somebody pull you back in. Because, you know, I am a very positive person, very positive, and I love to be around positive people. And I can tell when somebody is negative, and if they're constantly negative, it does not work in my my sphere.
Well,
So.
I was attracted to you because of your energy. I felt
Thank
that
you.
energy, and there's something different when people exude energy and positivity. It makes you want to be around them, and so that's why I like being around you, because no matter what, it's a good place.
Why, thank you. I really appreciate that. Totally appreciate that. Because I try to imagine the best. I try to think of the best day that I can possibly have. Now, today, it was not a good day. I could not get Jacob to take a nap today. And he kept on saying, you okay? He kept on saying, Grandma, I took a nap. I'm awake now. You can't be awake when you haven't taken a nap in the first place. So he's at 2.5. He's the terrible twos. So, I just went on with my day and did my thing and let him play. I mean, that's the only thing that I could do. Adapt, right. And I was doing what I loved. I was sitting there just watching him play and watching him interact with his baby brother. Even though he was a little rough with him, it was fun. It was fun. So I also try to listen to my heart. Because when I listen to my heart, that makes me happy. Because number one, my heart is beating, and at my age, I need every beat. I need every beat that I could possibly get. So I listen to my heart, and a lot of times, you have to put yourself first before everybody else to take care of you, like you did, Josie, this week when you were sick.
Like I'm about to do to walk off to cough. Pardon me. Keep going.
Okay. So I just really, really try to be as happy as I can, no matter what's going on, no matter what challenges, no matter what issues I have. And the other thing that I like to do is be open to change. You got to be open to change, because change will make you better.
Sure.
Change will make you happier. Change will change you in different ways of thinking.
And it's inevitable.
It is.
So if you fight it,
You can't
what's
fight
going to
it.
happen?
You're going to be miserable.
That's right.
So don't fight change. Accept it. Welcome it. Be grateful for it. We all need change. Every single one of us need change. And we need to go through that. And we need to also bask in the simple pleasures of life.
I agree.
Because there's nothing better than just watching your mother smile, or watching your grandson smile, or watching your adult children smile.
Isn't it a shame that too often we don't realize that until we get old?
Well, yeah, and I didn't realize what my parents did for me until I had kids of my own.
Right.
Truly, you really don't understand what your parents did for you until you have children of your own. And I didn't realize that. I really didn't. And my parents did so much for me. They were incredible. They took me to, I have a degree in vocal performance. They took me to my concerts, and they sat there and listened to me sing and practice, and they were so supportive. And when you're supportive with your children, I mean, my kids have said, Mom, you did everything, and you're always there for me. And I am always there for my children. And that makes me happy when they realize that I am there.
Right.
That I am there for them, and that I am there for my grandchildren. I'm there for my son-in-laws. My son is getting married this summer, and we're flying out to California.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm really happy about that. And, okay. So these are ways to find happiness, to make you smile, to find laughter. Watch a comedy. A lot of people,
Always.
that's a way to make you laugh. If you're sad, find something that's going to make you happy. If we don't understand happy, we won't understand sad.
Correct.
And you won't know how to be happy if you've never been sad. And we've all gone through times when we've been sad and times when we've been melancholy and we've gotten up off the wrong side of the bed. And I'm not one for pity parties. I really would prefer to be happy.
Me too.
The entire day, and finding people to be happy around and doing things that make us happy. And one thing that's really making me happy is that I have Ed Pettersen here, who is awesome. He has gotten me through a lot of challenging, very challenging in my opinion, pieces of my business to get it put together. He did my website, which I am very, very happy with, and a lot of people have said it's a great website. He's made it so easy that if you go to my links page and scroll down to my YouTube channel and click on YouTube, it will take you directly to my YouTube channel where you can subscribe. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I met Ed several months ago, and he's really helped propel me with Healthy Living with Marilyn, with my website and other accoutrements that he's helped. He did my banner for me, and I really appreciated that.
Thank you.
Totally.
I'm so happy to be able to help.
I appreciate it. So Ed's he's a multi-talented guy. Since 1993, he's done retail design, which earned him 3 U.S. Store of the Year awards and another nod for Best Specialty Store in Asia. Mm-hmm. And with a penchant for developing truly immersive and interactive retail experience, he is well known for a psychological perspective on consumer behavior and an ability to impact consumer loyalty through design, which what you helped me with.
That's what I try to do.
And he has recently taken on an entrepreneurial role as part of a as a partner in Billboard Mats, a patented system advertising via retail floor mats, as well as becoming a North American distributor for Cool Call.
Correct.
And you just told me about the mats that are going to be out in Alaska.
Well, there's a very good possibility. We've just sent samples to Alaska, and there are a group of Napa dealers there, the auto parts dealers. Mm-hmm. And they've seen the mats, and they're very interested in using several mats in each of their stores, and they have many stores throughout Alaska. And they're part of the dealers in Hawaii as well.
Oh.
So there would be an awful lot of mats on the floors in these dealerships if this progresses.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck with that.
Thank you so much.
And he's got a new company called Cooler Communications, LLC. And they will be selling a simple cell phone peripheral which stops all cell phone radiation from reaching your ear canals and henceforth the brain via your headsets. He and Cool Call were recently featured on WRIC Richmond concerning cell phone radiation. And I want to welcome you, Ed, so much.
Thank you so much.
To Healthy Living with Marilyn. Now tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, most of my career was in corporate retail design for some of the largest companies in the U.S. and then the world. The most notable probably being Foot Locker. I designed the Foot Locker stores for many years, both in the U.S. and throughout Europe and then Asia. I've also designed Lady Foot Locker, Champs Sports, and many, many other retail stores that you're familiar with and have been in and out of many times. I actually ended up down here in Richmond because I was called by Circuit City, who were having problems in their stores, and asked me to come down and take a look at them. And that's how I ended up moving down here. I was with them for 3 years. Their business turned around to the positive side, and I was recruited by the largest company in India, Reliance Industries, who wanted to get into the retail business. They're actually an oil refining company. Worth about $40 billion a year. And they wanted to get into retail. And they had headhunters out all over the world looking for people, and I got a call, and they offered me a job I couldn't refuse, and so I went over to India for 3 years, 3.5 years actually. And while I was there, I designed 15 formats for them, 15 different retail formats, everything as diverse as books and music stores to shoe stores to consumer electronics stores. And now they're building 5,000 of those stores across India, those 15 formats.
That's really exciting.
It was, and it was, I've met a lot of wonderful people in India. Some of them I'm still in contact with today. We Facebook and we Skype and we talk a lot.
I'm just so interested in the Cool Call.
Yeah, right now, Cool Call, it's, you know, it's funny how I got involved. I got a phone call not too long ago from a guy who was a business associate of mine 18 years ago. While I was designing Foot Locker stores in New York, he came from the UK to sell me a certain type of video wall, which were a big deal back then in retail. Not a lot of retailers had them, and he had a very unique and proprietary design for a video wall. And I liked it, and I started putting them into the World Foot Locker stores. So that went on for a couple of years, and then, you know, I moved on to something different, and he went back to the UK, and we just kind of lost touch. Somehow he tracked me down after 18 years, and he said, I have a new product that I think the world needs, and he said, I want you to be the North American distributor for it. So I said, well, explain it to me. And it turned out to be Cool Call. And it's a very simple, as Marilyn has already told you, cell phone peripheral. This is the retail packaging for it. And the device itself, this is my own device, it's nothing more than this simple piece of cable and this plastic attachment, which simply plugs into, here's a standard cell phone, simply plugs into the headphone jack in your cell phone. And then here's a pair of earbuds that came with this cell phone. Nothing fancy, nothing special. They just plug right into Cool Call. Now, when I'm listening to music from this device, or when I get a telephone call from someone on this device, no radiation is skittering up my headphones to my earbuds. You know, if you'll go online, I can suggest one or two sites to you, but do your own research. Don't listen to me as a potential salesman for this product. Go online and do your own research. Google cell phone radiation, and you will see any number of sites, any number of reputable scientists who are very alarmed about the potential threat of cell phone radiation coming out of this device, which we all use each and every day. The World Health Organization has made huge comments about the dangers of cell phone use, long-term cell phone usage. And you know, many people, I see them driving in their cars, talking on speakerphone with the phone out here, unsafe. It's taking your attention away from the road. So many people think they're doing themselves a great service by just using the manufacturer's headset, plugging it in, and now putting the headset in your ears. What you're actually doing is driving the cloud of radiation that's typically living around your phone right up the headphone cable, because the radiation sees this as an antenna. And it climbs right up this cable, right into your ear canals. So where does radiation like to go? It likes to go to viscous areas, meaning areas that contain fluids. So people who are talking like this on cell phones all day long are having a propensity towards cancer in their cheeks, because the lining of your cheek is viscous, in their eyes, again, a sac of fluid, in their lips, because the cell phone is right near their mouth, and where else? In the temple and in the brain. The brain is floating in a sac of fluid. So there's no coincidence there.
Well, you know, as you were talking and we spoke earlier, I shared with you that my first cancer diagnosis, I definitely attribute to having one of the cell phone bags of the 80s.
Right.
Because I traveled all the time and I always held that phone on my shoulder.
Correct.
And so when I got my first cancer diagnosis, it was right in that area, the lymphoma is right in that area where the cell phone always rested. And so it's really exciting to know that there are some options that are available, because cell phone towers, radiation all around us, and even turning off the Bluetooth at night when I go to bed, so there's not that interception coming into my room.
Well, you know, these phones are capable of amazing things, and they have both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. When you run them both together, you're really increasing the rate of radiation being sent out and brought into the phone. So if it's ever possible, you should not use them both simultaneously, if you can use one or the other.
What about the Bluetooth in your car? I have one, but I don't use it because I never really figured out how to use it.
Well, Bluetooth in your car is probably one of the safest things you can use, because my wife talks a lot on the phone in the car.
Does she?
And we have the hands-free Bluetooth system, but she doesn't need to take her phone out of her bag, which is 3 feet away or 4 feet away on the passenger seat. So the phone is not near her.
Right.
And the phone is conducting business with the dashboard, not with her ears.
Not with her ears or her
whatsoever.
face.
So she's listening to the caller through our speaker system in the phone, in the car, and she's speaking through a microphone that's in the ceiling. So nothing that's transmitting radiation is coming in contact with her face, her body, etc. So that's one of the safest things you can do. But you know, people don't only use a phone as a phone today.
It's a computer.
Well, it's a computer, and it's also
music.
it's your iPod. It's your
my
new
music
iPod,
source.
right? So you don't see people carrying a phone and an iPod anymore, because phones now have the capability of so much memory that they can store thousands of songs on their phone. The problem is, even when you're using it to listen to music, you're still getting that radiation through the headset. I brought a pair of Beats. Not because I'm endorsing them in any way, shape, or form. It's just another form of headset. But the point is, you can see very quickly, you don't only use Cool Call with your earbuds. If you're listening to music on your phone, Beats and any other major musical headset will go right into your phone exactly like your earbuds did. So, you know, a lot of people are thinking, well, you know, there are government tests and the government's going to watch out for me, and if the government says it's okay.
Never.
Well,
never trust them.
No, I'm sorry, I don't
let's
trust
think
them.
about that for a second. So it took the government 200 years to put a warning label on a pack of cigarettes.
Right.
So how long do you think it's going to take them to catch on to this, if this is harmful for you? And do you have 200 years to wait around and hope that the government comes to a conclusion and warns you? I don't think so. The other thing is, the only government testing that is used for cell phone radiation is what's known as SARS testing.
Right.
That's the specific absorption rate of radioactive signals per kilogram of body weight. Now, these are old tests that were done by the Army under government auspices way back when, like in the 50s. The average male body weight was much lower than it is today. And they were talking about different types of radiation, not cell phone radiation. Nobody had heard of a cell phone at the time. Now, think about the absorption rate. If the same absorption rate that's coming into me, a 250-pound man, is going into an 8-year-old kid, who are some of the heaviest cell phone users in the world today, how much more is that young body being bombarded by radiation than my larger body is? I can absorb, obviously, much more at the same pace than that small 40 or 50-pound kid can, right? Yet he's susceptible and he's exposed to the same amount of radiation. So once again, I don't want you to take my word for it. There are tons of websites, and you can Google them all day long yourself. But there are major household names in science, and I'll just take one example. Dr. Oz did an interview with Diane Sawyer many years ago, and he was already alarmed about this. And in that interview, he actually warned men not to carry a cell phone in their pants pocket,
yes,
because it could cause sterility. Now, Dr. Oz is a reputable name. He's got an empire to take care of. Do you think he would go out and say that if there wasn't some cause for concern? He opened himself up to major lawsuits from every major cell phone manufacturer.
He did.
And yet nobody has touched him. And as far as the cell phone manufacturers are concerned, I would suggest that you open the book of tiny, tiny, tiny
Minuscule
4-point
print.
type that comes with your cell phone, and look at the fine print, because all the major cell phone manufacturers will tell you to hold the phone out here away from your head. What phone company ever told anybody to do that before with a corded phone? Never, right? You use the phone like this. We grew up with the phone right against our
Right.
face.
Yeah.
Now, the cell phone companies are telling you to keep the phone out here. There has to be a reason. They know something they don't want to share with us. So anyway, what can this simple little product do for you? I'm going to be completely transparent. I don't know what it can do for you. I know what it can help not do for you. You are being exposed to electromagnetic frequencies from your phone. There is no doubt about that. There are all kinds of tests out there. So what I want you to do is go to coolcall.us. If you're interested in this product, you can only get it now here. It's brand new in this country, but a website is up where you can get it. It's probably the cheapest $29.99 you'll ever spend.
Great price.
$30 to know that you're no longer getting EMFs
Wow.
into your ear canals.
And it will also help you not being sick, losing time, spending a gajillion dollars to get better,
Correct,
right?
correct.
$30 versus all that, do the math.
And on coolcall.us, before you make a purchase, there is a page that says media. There's a tab for media. Click it. You will see major scientists, well-known household names, telling the American public that they have major concerns about this. You will also see a research page, and if you click on the picture on the research page, you will see the actual conclusive tests
Wow.
done on
Wow.
CoolCall. You'll see this device in a laboratory hooked up to a spectrum analyzer, where the spectrum analyzer actually measured when a call came to the phone. It measured through this cord the huge spike in radiation when a call came through. We then added CoolCall to the line. We measured this line again when a call came through. Flat line, nothing. So there is conclusive evidence. This is science. This is not the little thing that you used to buy, the little round tab that you used to stick on the back of your phone and pray for the best.
Wow.
This is scientifically proven. So,
What do you think of this, Marilyn?
yeah, after having heard this, I mean, I'm on here because this is Healthy Living with
Yeah.
Marilyn after all.
It's perfect.
What do you think?
This is what I feel. Being intuitive, I really feel that it is a good product. And I really feel that people are going to be able to feel better by using this product. I know when I personally are in front of the computer, in front of with my phone, and in front of when I have my iPad, if I'm using it before I go to bed, I can't sleep at night.
No.
And I think it's not only because of the glare that's coming towards me. I think it's the EMFs that I'm getting from those particular the electromagnetic frequency, and I can't go to sleep right away. And they have done research that people, when they use their electronic devices in the middle of the night, they can't sleep. So I've gotten to the point where I really feel that this would be good, because getting off the phone with my mom late at night or whatever, and I won't feel the negative vibes that are coming from it. So for me, being intuitive, it's more of a feeling than it is a thinking. I'm 100% for it. I think it's a great product. That the fact that you have the science behind it on the website, and I'm going to look at your website again, because being busy with the kids, I haven't had time to do it, and so I think it's a good thing. What do you think, Josie? Well, I've
already gone online and plugged in 4 at least that I know I'm going to get this week. Like I said, having had that diagnosis initially and believing it was related to the phone, never getting confirmation from any doctors, of course, it's a no-brainer. My life is valuable. I can't live.
Worth $30 at least.
At least. So it's a no-brainer. It's something that I'm definitely going to recommend to everybody that I know, and get one for my children, my family. Mother's Day is coming, right? Give your mother a gift of health.
And Father's Day is coming too.
Graduations. Think of all the occasions that you can give someone a gift of life.
A gift of life.
Yes.
And then they don't have to spend a lot of money downtime from being sick, medical bills. I mean, $30 versus that, I think
I would have saved a lot on those cancer treatments.
You would have. You definitely would have. I want to thank you so much, Ed, for bringing that to the forefront for my listeners.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Because I really think it opens up doors to other ways of people using their phones. One day I was in the car with my son, and somebody called and he wouldn't let me answer the phone. And I said, "Why won't you let me answer the phone, Donnie?" He says, "Because you're precious cargo, Mom." I said, "Well, I don't answer the phone when Jacob's in the car." He says, "You're precious cargo too, Mom. Leave the phone alone."
Yeah.
And it made me feel
we need to be focused on what we're doing. I mean, there are too many distractions on the road alone. I don't want to be on the phone, because 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on around me. If I'm on the phone and the people in the front, side, and back of me are on the phone, that increases the chance of an accident.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And I really feel this is a great product for $30. You can't beat it. It's highly affordable. Friends, you've got $30 someplace to get one of these, to try this out. I've tried it out on my phone, and it's just a good, a lot of times when you have your phone by your head, what happens? Your phone gets hot. It gets really hot.
And so does your head.
Always hot. And so does your head, and so does your ear, and everything else.
Yeah.
So this keeps it cool. This prevents your phone from getting hot. That's what I found
I didn't know that.
Well, it certainly keeps the side of your head from getting hot from that phone call and from the radiation being close by.
Right, and you don't want that radiation.
Right, but keeping the phone itself cool.
Yeah, it's like 900 megahertz of energy. I'm not quite sure, of energy, something like that, going into your head.
Well, we need to be concerned because, if you watch the cell phone commercials from the carriers, we used to be 2G. Then we went to 3G.
Yeah.
Now
we're 4G. And the government keeps opening up these Gs. Well, that's gigahertz.
Yes.
Right? We're soon going to be at the kind of power that your microwave is cooking food with.
That's why I don't own a microwave.
That's what you're going to be holding next to your head if the government keeps this up. There's already a movement in England to go to 10G. 10G.
In so many countries, I remember Denmark, I believe, years ago, had a study on the incidence of children with cancer who live near the cell towers. So other countries are really conscious, and we just have to be proactive for ourselves. We can't wait for someone else to do it for us.
No.
You only have one body, and if it's gone, where are you going to live?
Exactly, exactly. And you have to take care. I can't stress that enough. You have to take care of yourself. This is why I became a naturopath, because I found that there's a lot of drugs out there that cause side effects. And you wind up taking one pharmaceutical drug and then you need to take another one to counteract whatever's going on with that pharmaceutical drug. That does not make me happy. And sometimes you have to, because you waited so long, you have to go over into the Western world because you waited too long. I suggest don't wait. If you are sick, if you are not feeling good, get some help naturally. Call me on the phone. Look on my website, healthylivingwithmarilyn.com. There's ways to get in touch with me. Check my links. I'll make it very easy for you all to get in touch with me by just looking at my website or checking my Facebook page. My personal Facebook page is marilyn.a.scott123, or you can contact me through private message, or you can get
What's
in
your
contact.
phone number, Marilyn?
My phone number is 804-350-0034. So
there you go.
Text me, private message me on Facebook if you're having an issue. I'm a homeopath, so I'm very big in homeopathic remedies. I'm an herbologist, so I do herbs. There's other ways to treat your issues that you have.
Absolutely.
Other than going to the doctor or going to another facility to get help.
Right.
And a lot of times you get downtime, and if you catch it in time, you won't have that downtime. But you have to also remember to take care of yourself. We've talked about that.
Listen to your body.
Listen
it's
to
always
your
going to
body.
tell you what's going on.
Exactly. Listen to your body. Be mindful of what's going on in your body. Make sure that you drink plenty of water during the day. Make sure that you're getting exercise. This is one thing I'm working on right now is exercise. I pulled something in my muscle up here, and I've been struggling with it. So I sort of let the exercise go for a little bit because it hurt.
Probably need to exercise a little more now.
Probably. Yes, Dr. Josi, I probably need to exercise more in order to keep going and keep moving. Well, I lift the baby up, and he now weighs 18 pounds.
Yeah, so that's a weight. That's,
Yes, he's getting
lift him
heavy.
a couple of times, and there you go.
Lift him a couple times, yes. It really helps with my core. A couple months ago, I went with Judy. We went to a makeup seminar during the day, and the gal that was teaching it, she's a makeup artist, and she's very slender, she's beautiful, and she had these real high heels on. I said, Judy, how do you walk in heels like that?
Yeah, they do.
How do you walk in heels like that without falling? And she says, you need to have a strong core.
Yes.
So that's what I'm working on, is
Maybe we should walk around the house in some high heels to strengthen our core.
to help with our core. That would make me joyful, especially if I could do it and not fall.
And not fall,
Not fall. That would be really important for me, not to fall. My kids say I don't have the right balance all the time, so. I was helping my daughter move a couple weeks ago, and she says, Mom, I'll carry that. I was like, no, I can do this. No, I'm afraid you might fall. And so one thing I'm definitely going to do is work on my core and make sure. And I think staying off of the electronic devices a lot of times really helps. Instead of looking at an electronic device, I should probably be doing yoga or something, which would be very helpful in taking care of myself, because I can't hire somebody to go out and do my exercising for me. They're only going to benefit from that, right? So it's a proactive thing. Be joyful and be proactive about it, because when you are proactive about it, you will succeed with it.
Absolutely.
right?
Self-care is the best care.
Amen. I like that one, Josie. Self-care is definitely the best care. Sure does make me feel joyful to know that I can take care of myself. And I don't need to depend on anybody else to take care of myself.
Well, I've said it before, how we treat ourselves teaches others how to treat us.
Exactly.
So if we're not loving ourselves, then why do we expect others to love and care for us?
Right.
So when they see us caring for ourselves, they're like, oh, I got to treat her special.
Because
so
you
we
are
set
caring.
the example.
That's right. That's right. And we treat people the way we want to be treated.
We should.
We should.
We should.
I really try to do that. I really try to be positive about everything. I try to turn the negative thoughts that people have into positive thoughts. It doesn't always work.
I can't change other people's thoughts,
No,
but I
you
can change
can't.
how I receive it.
Right, right. Well, I can also help motivate them. I've been motivating them to think about different ways to look at life.
Yep.
Like playing different music, playing happy music. Watching a TV show. You know, if you're sad, watch a TV show. Watch a comedy. You know, go find something to laugh and laugh.
Just get around some kids and you cannot be sad.
Really?
You can't be sad at all.
I read this article that said if you laugh 10 to 15 minutes, it's like an hour of aerobics.
Wow.
So when I get with Judy, I do a lot of aerobics.
Okay.
A lot of aerobics. We got to laugh more, girl.
Okay.
You know, and it's just so much fun to laugh. I love to laugh. And I'd rather laugh for 15 or 20 minutes than do an hour of aerobics.
Who wouldn't?
So, Ed, what do you do for joy?
Yeah, what do you do for joy, Ed?
Well, music is a huge part of my life.
I heard you're a singer.
I write and record contemporary Christian music. I have a
Nice.
couple of CDs out. I do concerts in local churches. And I've been a solo act up until just recently. And I just got the lead singer gig in a Southern Gospel Christian group.
Where would people be able to hear you?
Well, I don't have the schedule on me, but I know I have 3 concerts coming up this next week. One on Thursday night and 2 on Saturday. The name of the group is the Virginia Harmonaires.
Oh, nice.
And it's spelt a little weird. It's HARMONHEIRS, like heirs to the kingdom.
Oh, I like that.
So the
Like
Virginia
that.
Harmonaires, and you can go online to the virginiaharmonaires.com and you'll find our schedule.
So it's
That's
local.
cool.
Is it local?
It's local, somewhat local. They're all pretty much west of here. They're out like in Waverly and Wakefield. And they do a lot of concerts over in the Hampton area and Portsmouth area.
That's south of us, southeast
Yes.
of us.
Yeah, southeast, that's what I
Right.
meant to say, not west, southeast of us. And so I'll be doing quite a bit of driving with these guys, but
Now,
it's really enjoyable.
Are you a bass or are you baritone?
I'm the lead singer of the group, which is kind of somewhere between a high baritone and a low tenor.
Tenor, yeah.
So
I could hear that in your voice.
I jump that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice.
actually speak, probably you would think I'm lower than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're really talented guys. I mean, they have a great bass singer and the tenor sings through the roof. I can't believe the notes that guy can
Wow.
hit. But
Now, is it a cappella?
no, we sing with tracks.
You sing with tracks?
We do, and that's the way most Southern Gospel groups do it. And they're fully orchestrated tracks, so we have great music behind us. And when the 4 voices blend, it's
Wow.
like listening to a chord on a keyboard. You know, it's
Wow.
just great.
So how can people get in touch with you, Ed?
Several ways. You can get me at ed@coolcall.us. You can get me at ed@billboardmats.com. And my just everyday email address is ed.pettersen@yahoo.com. So the easiest thing is probably ed@coolcall.us.
And that's your email address to get in touch with you
Correct.
there.
Yeah, that's the easiest one to remember, I guess.
Wow.
Probably, since we were talking about Cool Call and how cool it is to have one of these, so you don't get those radiation vibes into your body. And we've probably all gotten a whole lot of them before this came out. So,
and let me do a shout out to the inventor. Marcus Lewis is the guy's name. Lives in Wales, in the UK. Yes, and very, very talented, brilliant guy who developed this.
Well, thank you, Marcus. I hope that maybe you're checking us out. I hope that Ed will send you this video so you can look at it, because we are talking about your cool call, which will help everybody have a cool phone and a cool ear, which is important.
Cool.
Keep a cool head, too.
Keep a cool head. Yes, everything is cool. So I want to thank you, Ed, so much for being with us.
Once again, my pleasure. Thank you.
It's been wonderful. I just want to do one little hashtag Ask Marilyn.
Okay.
I try to do this at the end of my show, and Ray J. Johnson, who is my radio personality out in Ferguson, Missouri, asked me about how to handle your stress.
Good question.
So, one thing that I told her how to handle her stress is, number one, do for you. It's important to do for you. And breathe and do some meditation, because breathing is so important, and it's really hard for people to understand because we breathe all the time. But if you take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth and do that several times, you won't hyperventilate because you're doing it slowly, but it will help release any of the stress that you feel in your body.
Cleansing breaths.
Yes, they're called cleansing breaths. I used to use them before I used to sing too. Cleansing. Yes.
Singers here.
Yes. So
sitting beside two songstresses.
Only I'm a coloratura, but my voice probably doesn't sound like a coloratura either. But anyhow, so take care of yourself. Go slow. Appreciate what you have, because that helps me release my stress, to know that I'm okay and I'm grateful for what I have. So that's my answer to the question that Ray J had on how to handle stress. Because we all have stress in our lives, every single one of us.
That's
you cannot wake up in the morning and go to bed at night and have no stress during the day.
And they're good stressors.
There are good
they
stressors.
all have the same effect on the body.
Exactly. They are good stressors, and there are not so good stressors. And I try to eliminate the not so good stressors because
I don't do stress.
I don't do stress
at all.
No. When I realized, when I got older, it's like stress. No, if I
Make a U-turn, walk away.
Right, and sometimes, it creeps up on you. It'll creep up on you. And so stress is not something that we like to deal with.
Nope.
So I suggest to everybody to find some joy in your life. Find something to do that's going to make you happy. Make a vision board.
Oh, I love that.
I love vision boards. Go find some magazines in your house and, make yourself a vision board. See what things, it's amazing what things you can find in your house to put on a board to figure out what you want to do what do you want to do when you grow up?
What
I don't want to grow up.
Going back and looking at that vision board and seeing how many things have been realized.
Right.
My first one, I can actually look at it now and see some of the things that have already been achieved in my life, and now it's adding to it. So, I've got a couple of different ones for different purposes, but, to be able to go back and say, wow, I remember when I put that on there and forgot about it. And now here is this opportunity, here is this that I have achieved, and to really, another place of gratitude.
Right. Okay. So, I'm just so grateful for you guys being here. I really, really appreciate it. And I want to thank the people behind the scenes again, Xenophon Scott, my wonderful audio husband, and Michael A. Hall, who does the video, and my great administrative assistant, Shaunice Grier. And I want to thank Monica, wherever Monica is right now, for being here and for all the support that you all have given me. And I want to thank my great co-host, Josi Hopkins.
Love being with you.
And my wonderful partner here in crime, who's helped me with a lot of he just totally rebranded me. Totally rebranded me. And he made it look so easy.
Oh, yeah.
Made it look easy. And for some reason, the things that he's done for me, it makes me feel special.
You are special, Marilyn.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
But he has really made me feel special. So I want to thank everybody. It is the 9 o'clock hour. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And remember, change your life today. Bye, everybody.
We're out.